Today on Running to Him.
Even in the most destructive times, we need to focus on what God would have us to do, not what we would like to do. We'll read through the Pentateuch until January, and today we read Genesis chapters 19 and 20 and concentrate on verses 19:30 through 33. Genesis 19:30 through 33 says, Lot went up from Zoar and stayed in the mountains, and his 2 daughters with him, for he was afraid to stay in Zoar. And he stayed in a cave, and he and his 2 daughters. And then the firstborn said to the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man on the earth to come into us after the manner of the earth. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and let us lie with him, that we may preserve our family through our father. So they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he did not know when she lay down or when she arose. Sometimes we make dumb mistakes. This is particularly the case with Lot's daughters. They decided to take matters into their own hands, and by doing so, created more of a problem. Sometimes we just don't let God control events. We try and help God out. Lot's story has always intrigued me, not because of what occurred when God judged Sodom and Gomorrah, but the fact that Peter writes about this Lot in 2 Peter chapter 2, verses 7 through 10, and he says this, And if he rescued righteous Lot, oppressed by the sensual conduct of unprincipled men, for what by he saw and heard, that righteous man, while living among them, felt his righteous soul tormented day after day by their lawless deeds, then the Lord knows how to rescue the godly from temptation, and to keep the unrighteous under punishment for the day of judgment. Them, and especially those who indulge in the flesh in its corrupt desires and despise authority. Daring self-willed, they do not tremble when they revile angelic majesties. Notice that Peter calls Lot righteous. For a long time I could not understand, with all the things that encompass Lot's story, how he could be called righteous. And you might have the same thoughts. Many things occurred in Lot's life when he made the wrong decision. He chose to go to Sodom and Gomorrah. He decided to offer his daughters to the city's men so that they would not have physical relations with the angels. He had to be drug out of the city just before its destruction. How in the world can he be called righteous? Lot was repentant. He made the decision when he had to decide something that was right or wrong. According to the story, he also decided to get drunk. But humanly speaking, he probably was pretty distressed and was looking for a way out of the situation. What he did was wrong in getting drunk. But in some ways, it could be considered an understandable sin. Even in the most destructive of times, we must focus on what God would have us to do, not what we would like to do.
Thank you for listening. We pray that today's devotion was meaningful to you. We would love to hear from you. You can use either Facebook or YouTube to like, subscribe, share, and tell others about us. If you would like to contact us, you can reach me at phineasjacobus@runningtohim.net.